Speaking of members of Congress, let me bring on Ted Deutch. He is the member of Congress that represents this part of Broward County, Congressman Ted Deutch. So, Congressman, what have you learned since, what more new information do you think you have that you can share?
Well, thanks for having me. First of all, I'm not sure what the latest information is that you have. We know that this is just the worst. It's the worst day in Parkland.
Tell me, let me stop you there. Describe Parkland for our viewers that don't know Broward County, don't know the western part of Broward or Dade.
Yeah, this is it's a beautiful, it's an idyllic community, Chuck. This is it's a wonderful community. Douglas High School is one of the best high schools in the state of Florida. I visit often. I was there just a few weeks ago talking to students. The kids are remarkable. The teachers are dedicated and committed. The parents are involved in the schools. This is, I mean, if you had to describe just a perfect place to live and raise a family, this would be it. And yet, here we are talking about another school shooting right in the midst of all of this. This is one of those moments where when you watch the footage of kids running out of the school with their hands up and police and first responders going in with their guns to try to secure the school, and you think, boy, we've seen these images just so regularly. You realize that, indeed, this can happen everywhere, but the fact is it shouldn't have to happen in your own community for you to care about it.
It does seem as if that's when people focus on it, when it touches them. And we all get that. What do you, I mean, look, as you know, Sandy Hook is about as tragic as it gets in one of these things. The Las Vegas shooting, the worst massacre we've ever seen, and it didn't seem to budge Congress at all. There didn't even seem to be a desire to even start a commission to think about solutions.
Right. Look, I've devoted an enormous amount of my time here in Congress trying to do something to stem the tide of gun violence, but here's a suggestion, Chuck. Instead of letting this devolve into the typical political discussion with people tweeting at me, telling me now's not the time to have conversations about gun safety, and others saying stop trying to interfere with the Second Amendment, my Second Amendment rights, and others saying it's about mental health issues. Why aren't we talking about that? Let's talk about all of it, and let's do it in a way that's not political. Let's forget about commissions.
Do you think that's possible? Do you think that's possible anymore, to do anything that doesn't get politicized?
Look, I can't believe that Congress hasn't done anything since Sandy Hook. I can't believe it. But the fact is, everyone has an excuse, but everyone also acknowledges that days like today are awful. And this is a terrible, terrible day. It is so grim. And the people that I talked to, the families that I've spoken with back in the district, the sheriff, the superintendent, the mayor, this is as bad as it gets. So I agree. Let's not politicize it. But let's sit down and have the conversation. If you think it's about mental health, then let's figure out how to address that. If you think that there are steps that we can take, common sense measures that won't interfere with anyone's Second Amendment rights, then let's talk about that. But by all means, let's just not let this go. I mean, we're going to have a moment of silence because that's what we do here. That's what we do, and we all the time. But at this point, we've got to follow up with something. No one should feel. It shouldn't take every member of Congress to feel the way that I feel right now for us to commit ourselves to do something about this. It's not political. These are some of the best kids in the country. And what they went through today is unspeakable. And it's awful. And we've got to do something about it.
Congressman, I want to end it there because I think I can't imagine you having any other better answer than that. That was, I think it touched, I would hope that touched a lot of people no matter their politics. Anyway, Congressman Deutch, thanks for coming on. Good luck with these families, and we'll check in.